Hey, what's up guys? John here. Airbnb is going to house 40,000 Afghan refugees all throughout America. So if you're an Airbnb investor, you're probably going to get an email asking you if you want to house Afghan refugees or possibly Haitian refugees as well, because CNN just reported that thousands of Haitians are in South America waiting to come to America. There are up to 30,000 Haitians in Colombia who may be seeking to travel north, and Panama expects 80,000 migrants to cross its borders on the way to the U.S. by the end of the year. As of early September, more than 70,000 migrants arrived in Panama in 2021, more than 30,000 of whom are from Haiti. Greg Abbott, right now, he's saying that Texas governor he approves mile-long steel barriers of police vehicles to deter more than 8,000 migrants in Del Rio, Texas. We see the growth that's happening right now with immigration starting in April. There was only 1,179. Then May, 1,549. Then June, 2,300. So doubled roughly to 3,100, then 4,500, 6,400. We look at how it basically doubles, and then now we can't even calculate it. September, 6,400, then stayed the same. Then November, 7,800, then 10,500, 12,700. Now it doubles to 26,000, then 75,000 in March. So Border Patrol, they encountered 150,000 people at the border. That's just what they've encountered. You have to think that they probably catch maybe 1 in 10. So people are really coming into America at great levels. It makes me wonder, is this a good thing? You know, some people are going to be really for this and say it's a really good thing. Other people are going to say, no, this is a really bad thing. I personally think that America is the land of immigrants. And I think immigration is good if it's done correctly. Meaning, you look at their checks and balances, you see if they have a job, if they're going to bring value here, how much money they have, what they're going to do for this country that's going to be a benefit for their existence here. And look at that and make a formal and educated decision based on this. Is it a good thing for America to have them or a bad thing? That's what's always been true. We look at Elon Musk and Sergey Brin and Chamath Palihapitiya, all of which are immigrants that have built, invested, and created incredible companies that have brought value to millions of people. They've done very good things, and I think immigration is good if it's done correctly. However, what's happening now is a free-for-all. This is going to get out of hand, and it's happening so fast. It's fascinating to me that we're in the middle of a pandemic, and this free-for-all is allowed to occur. There's no safety checks, there's nothing, and what's ultimately going to happen is there has to be some bad apples that are being brought in here, because the numbers they can't justify any other way around it. It's just a numbers game at this point. If you're bringing in 40,000 people from Afghanistan, there's not going to be 10 or 20 or 50 or 100 people they have bad intentions. It's very unlikely. And the same thing is very true from Haiti and all these other places in South America. This is what Airbnb is doing right now. They said that Airbnb says it doubled the number of Afghan refugees it plans to temporarily house, whatever temporarily really means. Airbnb announced Thursday that it is planning to provide temporary housing to an additional 20,000 Afghan refugees, bringing the total number to 40,000. Last month, the charitable arm of the short-term lodging service pledged to accommodate 20,000 refugees. However, in a new blog post, Airbnb said it will have the capacity to go above and beyond the initial commitment. If demand for housing aligns with supply in communities where refugees are resettling, these new resources could help provide housing for an additional 20,000 Afghan refugees, Airbnb said. The company said the refugees' stays are being funded by contributions to Airbnb from Airbnb and Airbnb co-founder and CEO Brian Chesky, as well as donors to the Airbnb Refugee Fund. Airbnb has not specified exactly how much the company plans to spend on the commitment or how long the refugees are being housed for. In addition to stays funded by Airbnb, the company said 5,000 hosts have offered to provide free and discounted stays to Afghan refugees so far. Companies of all shapes and sizes rush to show their support for victims in times of major crisis. It's an opportunity to be charitable and boost public relations in the process. Verizon, Walmart, Texas Medical Technology are among those who have offered to help the 100,000 plus people who have fled the country to the U.S. after Kabul fell in Taliban August 15th. Elsewhere, Amazon said it will offer jobs to refugees in the company, warehouses, transportation hubs, tech, and corporate roles. Airbnb, which is valued roughly $107 billion, often offers to cover the cost of housing emergencies. It said 75,000 people have found a place to stay in a time of crisis since 2012. So it's being pitched as a social cause. And I'm sure there's some really good intentions. There are intentions to help people, sure. But we have to also look at how America is changing. America right now, unfortunately, is in a position where we really can't even help ourselves. And the expectations are going to, I believe, change. Our quality of life is going to change simply due to the atmosphere. We're going to start losing so many jobs. We look at things interestingly, right? They pay attention closely to what's happening in this economy. Minimum wage is going up. Taxes are going up. Cost of goods and services are going up. Everything is going up, yet wages are falling and nobody wants to work. What's going to happen? It's going to be bad news for business. It's going to be very bad news for small business. But big corporations see this as a massive opportunity because what does this do? When there's no small business, corporations win. They win in a big way. And this is why when they have immigration like this occurring, these people that are coming in from south of the border, they're going to be coming in and they're going to do whatever they got to do to make ends meet. They're going to work, they're going to, whatever it takes. Trust me, if you're a mother or a father and you have a young child at home and you look in your child in the eyes and you see that child's hungry, there's nothing in this world you won't do to feed, protect, and provide for that baby. Same is going to be true for all of these people that are going to be coming in from south of the border. If they don't have money, if they don't have housing, they don't have the basic necessities, they're going to do whatever it's going to take. Whatever it's going to take. You know, I was in Thailand a few years ago, and I was in Bangkok, and I only saw one homeless person, and the guy had no arms and no legs. You go to downtown LA, you go to New York, you go to any of these places, there's tons of homeless people. And why would that be? It's because our society, we will take care of people. They will not starve to death on the street. I've never seen a person that's starved to death on the street in America. Most people that are homeless either are homeless from drug abuse or potentially a mental disorder. Unfortunately, they almost prefer to be homeless than to live inside of a shelter simply because this shelter has many restrictions. They have hours in which they have to be back, what time they can and can't leave. They do room searches, they do drug screenings. They have all of these restrictions on their guests. And many people say, why would I do that when I could live on the street for free? I can make money, I can get food, I can get everything I need right in the street. We're going to have that, except that's going to get a lot worse. And these people that are going to be coming in from south of the border are going to be saying, hey, if I can't get money on the street, I'm going to get it in this house. Or I might get it here. I might do it. Crime's going to be picking up, definitely. Crime's going to be picking up. That's not a question. That's a fact. And unless there's a good way that we can take care of these people, I don't see any other way around it, unfortunately. But this infrastructure package is really good timing because this infrastructure package is free healthcare, free daycare. Everything's basically free. And if you are from South America or Haiti or anywhere and you're considering to come to somewhere in this world, where would you go? You probably go where there's opportunity, where there's going to be free things, where you're going to be able to survive. And as this continues progressing, what's going to likely happen is we're going to have so many people in America that you're going to look back on this and say, what country am I in? That's going to be coming very soon. But I do believe there's going to be opportunities to make money. I do believe there's going to be things we can do. I want to end this kind of on a positive note. I believe that there's going to be some areas that will be good to be in, some really, really good areas, but places like downtown LA and New York City, certain pockets, there might be some problems. Do you think that this is going to end well? Or do you think that this is actually a really good thing and the immigration is going to do something to really help the people of Afghanistan and Haiti and Mexico and all the other countries, that them coming here is going to be a very, very good thing in the way that it's being done. I'm for immigration. I think immigration is a very, very good thing if it's done correctly. If you go through the proper steps, there's proper screening, that is the way that I believe this should be done. The way that we're handling it right now, I do believe we could have some big problems down the road from such aggressive and bold actions as to simply say 100,000, 200,000, a million people come on in, and from there we'll just figure it out when they get here. I think that could be a risky scenario for all of us. Drop your comments below, smash that like button. When you hit the like button, YouTube's going to share the content to educate more people as to what's really going on. Subscribe here. Also consider subscribing on my personal channel, my second channel. I'm going to leave the links pinned down below in the top comment. See you guys next video.